Breakup sucks. It feels horrible to go through them. No, it just sucks. It just plain sucks. At the moment you're in right now, if you're in the breakup, it just feels horrible. You're probably always crying, probably feeling so bad, betrayed. You had these big expectations with somebody. You've lived years, or maybe you lived a long period of time with that other person, and now they're gone. You are now just suddenly asked to get used to the idea of not being with them anymore. And this is an incredibly hard challenge because you need to now rewire your brain and to convince yourself that you can do this without her or him. But that's the thing right there. That's the beautiful part, the rewiring. A breakup is your opportunity, your best opportunity right now to really improve yourself in such a huge margin. As we always say, hard times create strong people. And you are facing probably at the moment a moment of your life where you feel like at your lowest. And one of my favorite shows, Avatar: The Last Airbender, there's a powerful quote that they keep saying. When we reach our lowest point, we are open to the greatest change. And I relate to this quote quite a lot because I went through breakups myself. And yeah, in the moment, they're horrible. I hate them. I've cried a lot of times. I'm not afraid to admit it. I cried so many times throughout these moments. I felt completely and utterly like crap. But then I realized every single time I get out of breakup, I always end up being a better person. You learn so much from a breakup, and in an evolutionary standpoint, we're always looking to be in a position that allows us to feel comfortable, that allows us to feel great or powerful. And obviously you cannot always stay in a depressive zone for the rest of your life. So you're going to try your absolute best trying to climb off of the breakup. And so now what are those best ways to actually, move on from a breakup, actually focus on healing from that process? And if I can really summarize it, really, it's just about focusing on yourself. Focus on giving yourself what you need. Literally keep your life exciting. Literally make sure that you can convince yourself that the life that you have is extraordinary without that other person. If you hit the gym, eating clean, doing exciting and amazing things like starting a business, pursuing a degree, working in top tier companies, and hanging out with just incredible people, eventually months will pass by and you'll end up realizing that you don't really need her. You don't really need him. Now, you have started to become a much better person without even realizing it. Like at one point in time, you'll keep working on yourself. You'll keep working. You'll keep doing amazing and incredible things for yourself. And then eventually you get to a point where you won't really be thinking of that person. And the last thing you want to do while you're in a breakup with somebody is to stalk them, to wonder what's going on in their lives. That's it. That person has moved on. That's it. Move on from that person. It's very bad to look at their socials or looking at whatever they're doing. And trust me, it's just going to bring you an extraordinary amount of anxiety just by thinking about them. You want to allocate that resource, that time, that mindset, those emotions for yourself. Don't allocate it to her. Don't allocate it to him. That person has stopped being with you. That's it. Move on. Of course, naturally, we are curious. But I think at this point, it's more ideal to be ignorant about what is going on with that person. Easier said than done, for sure. Of course, first couple of weeks of the breakup, you're always going to be curious. You're maybe going to be wandering around hoping the person maybe will message back, text you back, or maybe, just look around their socials, just see what's going on with them, get an idea, get a glimpse of what's going on, And speaking of, I think it's incredibly important to keep a distance between each other. You guys better get used to the idea of not being with each other. It's going to take a lot of time. And it's kind of weird to be in a situation where you're breaking up with the person, but then you're right next to the person. Still having fun somehow, still enjoying company. It doesn't really make sense. In order to properly move on from somebody, you have to really keep an amazing distance between you two. You don't need to block or anything like that. I don't like the idea of just blocking persons. I don't like the idea of just blocking people out of their lives. No, not at all. The idea of blocking is very immature. You cannot just delete someone out of your life. That person's memory, the existence of them, will always remain there no matter what. Especially when the breakup was mutual. You want to reconnect to some degree. You don't want to always keep hating on each other, having this negative aura together. The last thing you'd want is to never communicate together ever again. And I think that's incredibly toxic. You spend years of your life with this person, building that trust and everything together, and then suddenly, poof, boop, that's it. That doesn't make any sense. The last breakup I had was about 2 years ago, and unfortunately that person blocked me off. But I'll be honest, no matter what has happened between me and that other person, I still wish her the best of luck. I still want to hope that she's doing incredible out there, that she's tackling her goals, that she's doing what she can to keep herself happy. I have no negative aura to that person. It's been years. Why would I still hold on that gripe? You should never hold on that gripe. You should move on forward. Focus on yourself. You have so much time in your hands to do incredible things for yourself. Why are you going to be focusing on hating somebody else? Does it bring anything to you to have that, to actually put that energy and effort to hate a person? Is that going to bring you anything? One huge tip that I will advise you to apply if you're going through a breakup is stay with people, stay with friends, actually spend time with your family. The last thing you'd want to do is just be alone in this kind of situation. We are creatures of validation, and you've literally spent years of your time to build up all of that validation, that worth. You've built all of those emotions towards somebody else. It's time to realize that you need to allocate all of these beautiful things that you're willing to offer to others. Because you're not going to survive well if you just live in your own corner. People are willing to help you right now. They know you're in a breakup. They will want to spend so much time with you to reassure you how great of a person you are. They will build you back up, and they will fight for you, and give those people the opportunity to do so. A lot of people understand how tough breakups are, and obviously we feel that empathy for others, and we want to make sure that we want to help out. So free yourself from these negative thoughts that does not allow you to express yourself. Go on ahead and express your feelings. Do not be ashamed of it. And before you move on forward with it, actually reflect back on the things that you have done in the relationship. Why has there been a breakup? And how can I make sure to not repeat those mistakes for the next one? And also, how can I improve myself for the next one? And don't have this idea of, oh, but she was the one, she was everything. Oh my God, I'm not going to be able to have anybody anymore because she was like, he was the best person ever. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. There are plenty of people out there. There are plenty of people who are willing to give you pretty much what you've just had in that relationship, probably better even. And let me tell you this from experience, the more relationships that you've had, the better it becomes. Every relationship you get out of, you become a better person for the majority of cases. And so when you're ready to face the next one, then trust me, that relationship will be even better than the last. So look forward to that. Look forward to that next person that you will meet. And so build yourself back up so that you can actually have that opportunity to see that person. So make sure to seize that opportunity. And also don't hesitate to do the things that you love. You want to play some video games and it brings you comfort, brings you enjoyment, honestly, go on ahead. I know in the self-improvement field, we usually discourage the idea of instant gratification. But in this case scenario, your dopamine levels are in such low levels that it almost feels like you'd really need almost anything to bring them back up. Obviously, don't overindulge in these things. Don't start eating a lot of junk food. Don't start playing so many video games. Have a good balance, of course. Because yes, instant gratification tools can help you in the short term. And you might need that to get back in there to do the things that actually matter to you. Do you love art? You can do some painting. Try to take walks outside. Try to do some few exercises. Get your heart rate pumping a little bit. Go to events that cater your interest. There's a lot of things that you can do that are still productive yet really enjoyable. And so try to target yourself more into these kind of activities versus just crawling yourself up in social media, video games, or any of these other activities that, aren't necessarily going to help you in the long term. So if I can summarize this video, the idea is really to help yourself out as much as possible. Give yourself actually what you need. Spend time with people, keep your physique in shape, eat clean, do the activities that you love, and do the activities that will actually build yourself up to become a much better person. That is it for me, everybody. Take good care of yourselves, and remember, keep your life exciting.